Today I had a vision. Well, I was on a deep trance because I went to bed. I said I need to relax my body because of the several different pains, and I connected with an accident that I had when I was 4 years old, walking on the wall with my uncle, that he was 8 years older, and his friends, and everything was so cool, going with my big brother. But I felt from the wall, I don't know how big it was. I don't know if it was 3 meters, 2 meters, or 75 centimeters. But I know I hurt myself a lot. But I was with these cool people and I was just crying. I said, but don't tell anything to grandma, which is his mother. And from that moment, my first memory that I have about my flexibility is that I don't have the same flexibility as the rest of the children. And I realized that when I came back to Madrid. And I couldn't sit down the same way that some of them they did, like sitting on their knees, but on the floor. I was never able to do that. Even being 5 years old. I don't remember, but being 4 and 3. But I remember that this accident, I was maximum 4, I think. Could be 5. I moved to Madrid when I was 5 and 3 months. And I don't know if this has something to do, but all of a sudden, I was explaining this to Marianne, and then I said, I need to fall down. And she said, what do you mean? I said, I'm going to get the music, I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to go in trance, in mind control, transcending that, is disconnecting everything, going into avatar mode, floating, levitating, being a new sculpture, going through the cocoon, transforming into something that doesn't exist, which is you every single day. The continuous transformation is a daily, secondly metamorphosis. And then, for some reason, I connected with pluribus, Carol, for many different connections, but then I also connected with Carol and the end of the world. And I was feeling that maybe she hasn't been abducted or united, depending on how you see it, is how you're going to process it and how you're going to live your whole life. So as soon as you have some strange certainties, those are the barriers that everything else is going to be collapsing against your certainty. When you are not open and receptive to any new thing, that you don't judge it in the way that your experience and your logical mind can only accept. This goes in all directions. And maybe Carol is in her own amazing universe, that she was above everybody else, but she's so inside of that, her higher universe. She's like in the mezzanine. That's one of the explanations, but hopefully it's not that. But this could be exactly part of that. And I don't know if this is going to be part of the structure, or this is going to be an alternative structure, or an over structure, or an infrastructure, intrastructure, liquid structure, gas structure, vacuum structure, where the particles appear and disappear, transcending dimensions. So I went to bed and went to, not voluntarily, I had many experiences. And one is my favorite terrorific one, that is the floor opens and the bed falls in the emptiness, and it's only the bed and myself. And I am grabbing the bed sheets to keep with the bed, because wherever we go, I want something that is gonna stop the falling, being something that I know in that crazy new universe. There is nothing else. So anything that you can imagine is nothing compared to that, to having nothing, the pure uncertainty. And that in that state, I got rid of different layers that they were in the wrong falling. And how all the emotions in your life, and especially fears or shock, no, when you are, qué susto, every single reaction is affecting your body. And when I said that, I just felt my body automatically, and I felt like Robocop. Because it's been broken in many places, and what is not broken is not working properly, and I can feel like a robot moving, and not because it looks like a robot. It's because I have pain reminding me that those cables are overused. And the certainty and the uncertainty of the pluribus and Carol and the end of the world. In both cases, is the end of the world. Both carols are in the end of the world. One is the end of an attack for the physic, and the other one is an attack for the consciousness, the no physic, and understanding attack in no dual way, like a heart attack or like an art attack. So in the non-duality, it's very easy to change how Carol is feeling towards the consciousness, if she's in this mezzanine or in any other scenario, and she can be fighting against that. Maybe she's going to be accepted, embraced, who knows? It doesn't look like that in the first episodes, in the second episode, or whatever it was. But in both are about the same, right? It's about being aware. And both carols were more aware of the rest of the people, but nothing changes. The world is going to end. Is the same for both of them. And in one of them, many people will die not aware. In the other one, in pluribus, there are many who didn't die. Only their ego died. They were completely open. But there are some others that are offering resistance, and they are the resistance. That's another perspective of the similar continuation. Carol and the emotions and the awareness of other dimensions.